Welcome to class. It's me, Fuhrgi, and we're here to move and groove for however long this class lasts today. I am coming to you from outside my Century house. This is actually my back patio. That's my personal gym back there. I've got my weights and my squat rack, and that's going to be a grow room and stuff like that. I just really love this house that I picked up. But not only that, I love that you're here. Thanks for coming to class. If you like what you see, make sure you smash subscribe, as we're doing classes here a few times a week. If you want to be my friend, cool, come hang out with me on Instagram over at Fuhrgi, same handle. And then if you want to support what the channel is about, offer more quality content, and then see what other content I provide, come hang out with me on OnlyFans at Fuhrgi Subs. We're going to get started today in a cross-legged position. Let your hands come onto the tops of your thighs, either palms face down or face up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, open it out. Sigh, let it out. Again, fill up. And let it out. And wherever it is that you're at in the practice today, take a catalog of your external environment. How does it feel? Sensory awareness. Knowing that the sounds and sensory that you hear in this very moment in time, in your space and in mine, are always in transition. Notice the transitions of your breath flowing in and out of your body as you move your awareness more inward to the self. Notice where there's tension and tightness, where you can relax. Start to wave a little bit from side to side, feeling the S-curve like a snake, swaying and rocking from left to right and from right to left. I'm going to add the wrists into it, moving it clockwise, counterclockwise. Maybe start to add the arms to it as well as you bend and extend the wrists. Do the same thing for the elbows. And then noticing how sensory changes, how heat changes, how your mind shifts to what's going on in your body currently. Maybe your eyes are closed. If they are, open them up. Inhale, reach your hands back in space. Lift through your chest, through your throat. Exhale, round your spine, bring your chin towards your chest. Feel a stretch between the blades. Inhale to open, stretch your hands wide, reach back in space. And exhale to round, arch the back. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Inhale, reach your arms back in space, press your hands down to the earth, uncross your legs, and then windshield wiper the legs from side to side, rolling over the lower glutes, medial glutes, releasing fascial tension in the outer hips and outer thighs. Find a place of stillness, plant through your feet. Inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, tap them down. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. One more time. My feet lift, but yours don't have to. Inhale, lift. Reverse table pause. Feel a stretch as you press up through your chest. Inhale. Exhale, send your booty towards the back of the space. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. And breathe out. Left hand comes down onto the earth, right bicep by the ear. Inhale, come up. And exhale, take it off to the other side. Inhale, lift. And exhale, stretch. Breathe in, lift. And exhale, stretch. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, you're going to take your hand behind you over to the left, about the middle of your back. Point your toes, lift your hips up, and then you're going to roll it around into a plank position. Let your bum go up to the sky, feet down to the earth as you are in downward facing dog for your first time. A little bit into your knees. Take your feet about mat width distance apart. Soften your shoulders. Press into the thumb and index side of your hands. Inhale, lift your heels up. Stretch the balls of your feet. And then breathe out, press the heels down. Go ahead and walk your dog out a couple times, left and right, right and left. Inhale. Exhale. And breathe in, lift your heels high. And then you're going to tiptoe yourself up towards your hands, coming to a forward fold. Grab on the opposite elbows. Let your head be heavy. Feeling a stretch come through the middle of your back, down through the hamstrings. Tick-tock from side to side. Release your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, reverse swan dive. Bring your arms up and overhead. Bring your feet together to touch. Sit your hips back. Reach your hands back in space. Utkatasana, interlace the fingers. Lift up through the heels. And then exhale, bring it down into a toe squat. Heels come up towards the butt. Butt engaged, shoulders engaged as you squeeze the shoulder blades back and down away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale, reach your hands forward as you take your booty down. Arms come back in space. That's right, we're taking it in. Reverse table, lift it up. And exhale, tap it down. Inhale, hips lift. And exhale, hips lift. Breathe in, hips lift one more time. This time, hold it. Let your head lift back. Press through your chest. And breathe out. Let your booty go towards the back. Straighten your legs out. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, reach into your right hand. Left hip opens up. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach it on. Inhale, lift. And exhale, reach. And breathe in, lift. And exhale, reach. No spider. Inhale, come up to the middle. Nice, you're going to bring your hand down through the middle of your back, bum side. Press into your toes, lift your hips up, roll it over, and come into your plank position. Hands are out, shoulder width distance apart. Let your bum be up, strong spine. Inhale, push forward with your toes. Exhale, lower it all the way down to the earth. Let your toes untucked, feet land about hip width distance. You're gonna bring your forearms into Sphinx posture. Soften the belly, let it hang towards the earth. And then pull your elbows back in space as you stretch your chest forward. Elongation through your abdominal region, babes. Inhale. Exhale, right to your right shoulder. Bring the chin down to the chest. And then draw your left ear towards your left shoulder. Lift your hips up, or head up, duh. And then take it to the other way. Chin to the chest. Off to the right, lift it up. Exhale, bring it downtown. You're going to take your hands wide off the mat, left and right side. Roll it back and forward a couple times on the fingers. And then press down into your hands. Lift the head, neck, shoulders. You're going to wide arms forward up. And maybe your belly lifts off the mat, but you're still creating a stretch. Inhale. Exhale, take it down slow with control. Now you're going to take the hands back beside your rib cage, right outside your breastbone. Hug the shoulder blades back in space. They can be at like 45-degree angles though. Listen to your collarbones. Inhale, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe the pelvis and thighs lift as you bring your belly forward. Press up through your chest, coming into upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, curl over your toes, bum up to the sky. You're in downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, lift your heels high, bend your knees, look forward, step, hop, float to the top of the mat if your choice is that. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, sit your hips back, reach your fingers forward. Exhale, arms come back in space. You're going to interlace the fingers, send the knuckles up, send the bum up, lift the heels up. You're in diver's posture. Pressing into the big toe sides of your feet. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, take it down into your tiny toe squat. Hands come onto your thighs. Breathe in. And breathe out. Hinge forward. Let your knees go wide as you walk your hands out into Malasana or garland pose. Feeling a stretch come into the inner thighs. Maybe you like to take your knees into your armpits. Maybe you're a bind kind of person and you like to bind yourself in the posture. Maybe you're a flight kind of person and you like to take it into crow pose. If you want to do that, that's up to you. Go for it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hips up, feet back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, side out. Inhale, lift the heels high, and then you're going to bring your shin bones down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, bend your elbows, open your heart. Interlace the fingers, slide the knuckles down your butt cheek as you bring your hips forward, bring your chin to your chest. Feeling a supported Ustrasana. Reach your arms forward, inhale, come up. Exhale, bow, hands reach back in space, interlace the fingers, forehead touches the earth, and shoulder stretch as you roll across the forehead and take it from side to side. Breathe in. Breathe out, press down into the earth. Inhale, arms come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Lift it back up. Ustrasana, or not Malasana, back of the mat. Left hand comes down. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Feel a stretch come from the inner thigh. Reach the hand back. Maybe you wiggle the wrist. Release tension from your texting digits. Exhale, take it down. Inhale, lift, stretch up through the inner thigh. Feel a stretch through the hip. Again, if you want to wiggle, go for it. Breathe out, take it down. Whee. What do I want to do from here? Straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway, long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now press down into your feet, reverse swan dive. Arms come up and overhead. You're going to grab on, interlace your fingers, press your palms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge over to the right. Press your hips off to the left. Feel a stretch through the side body. Inhale, come up. And keep it there. Big toe stretch through the opposite side, opening up through the right hip, right rib cage. Inhale, bring it up through the middle. Exhale, big, wide elbow, cactus arms. Sit your hips back, reach your arms forward. Let your heels, knees come into the pits. Hands go forward. Hi, little bee, don't stab me. Shift it forward. Let your feet lift up. Now, if you want to take it to the next step from your crow pose into your Ustrasana, you can always take the sweet spot of your head down onto the earth. It's different for everyone. And maybe you lift your feet up today. I'm not gonna, but maybe you do. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let your toes come down to the earth. Let your bum come back onto your heels. This is called broken toe pose. Untucksies, or tuck, I guess. Tuck the toes. All 10 of them. All 10 of them, fam. Stretch into the fascial connections to the backs of the legs. Take your right arm underneath your left, and you're going to find an eagle stretch for the back of your left arm. Notice your mind, where your breath goes. And sensory thrills, right? Why do we seek them? And which ones do we seek? Is it the one of pleasure, the one of pain, in between, both, none? Always insightful, our yoga practice. Open the arms wide. You're going to take it to the other side. So whatever arm wasn't underneath before. Breathe in. Breathe out, release the arms. You're going to place the fingers down, cross the legs, and then come into a seated position. Let the feet come together, knees open wide. Hinge forward, inner thigh stretch. I don't care if you bounce the legs. I don't care if you add a little bit of pressure. If you're someone who likes to create a little external hip rotation. If you like to reach your hands out. If you like to stay upright, I give a dig. This is your practice. Make sure you're present in it. Great time to snap, crackle, pop the toes. Maybe stretch the fascial connections between the toes. Make sure that you are making love to your toes every day, guys. By wiggling and tickling and getting tension out between the feet. Slowly bring it up. I'm bringing the feet together. Let your bum come towards your heels, towards the front of the mat. Now you're going to come on down to your back. You've opened yourself up, excuse me, Mr. B. You've opened yourself up and prepped yourself up for some real posture practice. You got some variations to play around with today. Option 1, Setu Bandhasana, your bridge pose, working on finding a hip lift into the back bend. Knees are parallel towards one another. Inner thighs, pelvic floor is engaged. You can do that a couple of times. If you want to take it to the next step, you're going to bring your hands by your ears, fingers face your shoulders, about shoulder width distance. The feet stay the same, so I'm going to flip around and show you what the upper body section looks like. Hands about shoulder width distance, right? And you want to bring them a little wider if you've got broader shoulders. Ladies, gentlemen, whoever you are, if it feels like there's a pain in your acromion or that collarbone, it's because they're too close together. Now you're going to lift pelvic floor up just like you did for your bridge pose, but then as you feel the ribs lift into the shoulders, you're going to press into your hands and then lift the heart up, coming into your wheel pose, stretching the arms, press through your chest, let your head be heavy. And maybe you're working on getting that so you can try that a few different times. Opening yourself up to that postural experience. One final way to play around with this wheel posture is to take it into a forearm wheel variation. And for that, I like to take the hands and bring them behind the head. Lifting the hips up. Oh, actually, no, it's not that yet. No, not yet. Bring your hands down in there just like you would for your wheel. Right, and then you're going to lift up onto your head. And then you bring your hands underneath your head. You lift your head up and you're in your forearm wheel pose. Ooh-wee! Inhale. Exhale. Cradle your baby head as you bring yourself back down to the earth. Neutral position in the hips. Let the knees come together to touch. Let the feet walk out to the edges. Hands on your belly. And breathe. Windshield wiper the legs from side to side. And then extend the legs down the mat, reach your arms overhead, big body stretch. Look at your toes, reach your fingers, bring your knees into your chest, and then rock and roll up and down your spine. Come on up into a seated position, and again, let's take a moment. Noticing how things have shifted, evolved, and changed. Finding gratitude and appreciation for our willingness to invest in the insights we show up for ourselves. Know that from here you can take a couple more restful postures. Maybe you decide to take some shavasana, some moment of meditation. Whatever you do is valid. Again, if you like what you see here at the channel, make sure that you are subscribed and that you are following me both on Instagram and OnlyFans. That's where I leave you today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm Shanti. Namaste.